listening to the AfterBuzz TV network, now the largest new media platform on the web, and your #1 source for after-show entertainment.
Very good, Keith Johnson.
The AfterBuzz Studios in Los Angeles, California. Presented by Maria Menounos and streaming live thanks to Akamai Technologies. This is AfterBuzz TV's WWE SmackDown After Show. We'll break down tonight's episode and get you all the latest news and gossip. And now, another post-game wrap-up show for your favorite TV show. It's AfterBuzz TV's WWE SmackDown After Show.
Let the brother love theme marinate on this St. Valentine's Day. Oh, it's a beautiful thing. SmackDown is a beautiful thing this week. Wrestling in California this week was a beautiful thing. Welcome to AfterBuzz SmackDown. I am Christian Rosenberg, and being joined, as always, first off, the man over there. I'm going to you first this time.
That's different.
Well, I'm going to you first because I have a longer intro for her.
Yes.
Mr. Rome Moore, how are you, sir?
I'm good. How about yourself?
I'm doing great. Wonderful. And then next to you, in the gorgeous red gown with the red highlights, the heart earrings, it's Kaori Takee.
Hey guys, and I've got my Valentine's Day flower today.
Wow.
Oh, last week was the star from Mario Brothers.
Yeah.
This week is the flower.
The flower.
Flower fireballs.
Yeah, that's exactly.
Well, what a great night of AfterBuzz it is for us tonight. Because not only is it our Valentine's Day edition, but tonight... Oh, well, it's Valentine's Day.
It is. Actually, I have gifts for you guys to make you guys feel really bad that you didn't get anything for me. So. Oh,
she's trying to make us under the throw us under the bus.
I got you guys
all right.
little Valentine's cupcake jars, so you don't have to finish it all. You can close it and save it and stuff.
Oh, it's cupcakes in a jar?
Yes.
So there's like no bottom to it?
I'm kind of scared to roll it to you. So. I'll leave it over here.
I'll take that later.
And then this is for Marissa in the booth. Thank you for.
Cupcake pop.
Yeah. So I have it hanging here for Marissa.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Wow. That's very sweet of you. I mean,
do you feel bad, Ned?
Nope.
Oh, well.
Not at all. No.
Feel rather good, actually.
Yeah, I feel great because we were at Raw this week, while you, Kaori, were not at Raw. However, you were rocking the red carpet for RoboCop.
For RoboCop on AMC's YouTube channel. So it was awesome. I got to meet Gary Oldman, Michael Keaton. It was pretty nice. I did miss you guys at Raw, and I missed a lot of things at Raw. But you...
We're live at SmackDown in Ontario, California.
And it was the perfect SmackDown for me because the ending was phenomenal.
You couldn't have asked for a better SmackDown for Kaori.
At all.
And we're getting into SmackDown right now. Like I said, hail from Ontario, California. And like I also wanted to mention, not only is today our Valentine's Day episode, it's also AfterBuzz SmackDown's 100th episode tonight. Thank you, studio audience. Oh, please sit down. Sit. It's all right. We got a whole show to do. They stopped really quickly there.
Yeah.
Abrupt.
There's an abrupt stop.
Yeah. It's a really good, real good crowd control guy out there.
Yeah, we got a great applause sign. They're reading the applause sign very well.
Yeah.
All right. Ontario, California. SmackDown kicks off with, for like the 900th week in a row, tag team action. But we can't complain with this 6-man tag match. No. Daniel Bryan, Christian, and Sheamus taking on The Shield. Whew. That's an opener.
This SmackDown has so many matches that it was a stacked show
like
from top to bottom.
You can make the argument of like 5 matches tonight as match of the night.
To start off with that match, and especially with us just seeing The Shield in front of us, directly in front of us by about 2 feet.
Rome and I had some TV time on Raw.
Just a little bit.
Yeah, well, you know.
The Real Americans hung out with Rome and I on Raw, much to Corey's dismay.
Yeah. You got close. We got just a little closer.
You guys got very close, but Cesaro got a huge show. So whatever.
But yeah.
But this 6-man tag though, I found it very interesting. It seemed to be more so like the centerpiece of it was Reigns versus Sheamus.
Yep.
Which is like that's something I would love to see down the road. And that would be a great feud.
Yeah, we might. And considering that Sheamus and Reigns look really good in the ring together.
They worked really well.
Yeah, Sheamus is actually a little bit bigger
He's a little taller than Reigns, which kind of surprised me.
A little bit thicker. Yeah, it kind of caught me off guard. But hey, you know, it's going to be good for Reigns when he has to take the big clubs over. Yeah, he's got his, you know, shield on.
Well, eventually when they have their one-on-one match, he probably won't be wearing the vest anymore at that point.
At some point,
Oh, don't do that to me. Just saying.
And then she's going to have
He's just going to wear sweats.
She's going to have a conniption.
Really? That
I love sweats. I love that roll out of
You
bed
are the
look.
weirdest girl.
I know. I know. It's strange.
You're like gorgeous and just weird. It's weird.
Thanks a lot.
She's like, I think that's a compliment. I'm not sure.
Well, Sheamus took the majority of the beat in this match, where then, you know, eventually got out of it with a beautiful Irish curse backbreaker. It flowed really well. Made the hot tag to Christian, who did great. And it was a unique hot tag, too, I remember. Because it was a thing where...
to Rollins.
Rollins went to Club Christian, and he got out of the way, and then Rollins was like, oh, now I got to get back to Sheamus, which then resulted in the hot tag. It looked good.
Like a false hot tag into an actual hot tag.
Yeah. It was different.
What it was, yeah. Completely different original. I liked it.
Yeah. And chaos ensues, as they always do in matches like this, which then led to... Sheamus accidentally giving Christian the Brogue Kick, which then led to a spear by Reigns, and then Ambrose picked up the pieces and pinned Christian for the win.
It keeps happening.
Yeah.
Corey, you were live on the scene. What was the crowd's reaction when Sheamus Brogue kicked Christian?
It was, oh! It was good. It was loud. I can't do it justice. I can't.
That's the on-site analysis by Corey Takee.
Yeah. I
have no.
It happened on Tuesdays, so my recollection isn't as strong as it would have been if I did the after show on Tuesday, which would never have happened. But yes.
For the people who are listening on iTunes, myself and Christian have the most just bewildered looks on our faces right now.
Why?
Because I asked you what was the breakdown of the crowd, and you're like, oh!
I was trying to make the sound. It was like, no, yeah.
Okay,
ooh.
well, as they headed to commercial, because obviously you're seeing them as they leave the ring, was there any animosity between the two of them, or did they just all kind of walk to the back? Do you remember?
No.
You don't remember?
No.
All right.
Sorry.
It's okay. Well, we'll see. We'll follow up with it on Raw, because obviously they're going to talk about it, and we'll see what happens there. We go backstage to Miss Vicky Guerrero, who's backstage with Zeb, and Zeb hands Vicky a little heart-shaped box of chocolates.
Yes.
It's very sweet. It's very nice of Zeb.
Yeah, we thought.
Zeb wants Vicky to be his
Ulterior
Valentine.
motive.
Really?
Yes.
You don't think Zeb has a crush on Vicky?
Heck no.
I think they'd be a power couple.
Actually, they would, though. I think so.
They'd be like the inadvertent power.
It wouldn't make sense, though, because ultimately
they'd be the power couple that none of us want to watch.
Yeah.
None of us want to see any PDA between those two.
The original McMahon Helmsley regime was much more hated and entertaining than that would be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, you know, Vicky's, you know, seeing right through is like, all right, well, what do you want? And Zeb breaks down, well, hey, I have one real American in Elimination Chamber to and he will become the WWE World Heavyweight Champion. But I also have Jack Swagger, and I think he deserves a title shot as well. And Vicky makes a valid point. When was the last time Swagger won a match? Why would he suddenly deserve a title?
Can't just give it to him.
You're right. And Vicky's like, well, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll give Swagger a shot at the Intercontinental Championship if he defeats Rey Mysterio tonight. And so I was like, oh, great. All right, one-on-one match with Mysterio. That's fair. Thank you very much. Have a nice day. He's like, oh, whoa.
1 second.
He's not just wrestling Rey Mysterio. He's also wrestling Kofi Kingston. And he's also wrestling Mark Henry in a fatal four-way match to determine the #1 contender for the Intercontinental title.
Let's do it.
When that was announced, I was sitting here in the studio and I was going.
I was out there going.
Yeah. Like, unique. We haven't had a fatal four-way in a while.
But more
No, we
excited.
haven't. I'm not going to clap, though. Just
You won't clap?
Guys. No.
All right.
Are you too good for clapping?
No. Just
Clap, clap, clap.
okay. You know my hand is under a desk.
Corey just broke Rome's hand.
Oh, I can't break him ever. Look how big he is.
I was with Rome at the gym earlier today.
Yeah. Ooh.
Yeah.
That was a sight.
He went to the gym with me.
Rome was lifting weights with one hand that I need at least two to hold.
Feeling daring today, weren't you, Christian?
I just hung out.
Yeah, he was good moral support.
I was cheering him on. I'm like, you can do it. I was bringing a sweat just cheering him on. Byron Saxton backstage with Cesaro. Not Antonio Cesaro. Antonio's been dropped. It's now just Cesaro.
Yeah.
And also, it's no longer Big E Langston. It's just Big E.
Well, we haven't been calling them Antonio Cesaro or Big E Langston anyway, so
No.
it's not that big of a deal.
No, it's just unique that now, like the
official.
the nameplates now say Cesaro instead of Antonio Cesaro or
Sure.
Big E Langston. And it's just like, they're showing it in now, and now their Twitters have changed too.
Well, it's still at Antonio Cesaro. I would know.
Big E's changed.
Yeah.
Okay.
I know Big E's changed.
Cesaro, it says Cesaro, but then his Twitter handle itself is at Antonio Cesaro.
Expect that to change soon.
Yeah.
I would-
Mike.
Yeah.
How do you feel about the name change?
He still looks the same.
So when you marry him, you'll just be Cesaro.
No, I would be K Cesaro. Okay, now I'm thinking about that. That's just really strange. Let's move on.
K Cesaro?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah, that just happened.
All right. Well, Cesaro's backstage with Byron Saxton. Happy to see Byron Saxton now on WWE TV. He's been in NXT forever. Underrated commentator. Glad he's now up there doing backstage reporting. Asked Cesaro about his match tonight, and Cesaro's like, look, I know what you and everyone else thinks about my chances at the Chamber. Everyone's like happy, he pretty much in not so many words saying what we've been saying. Mm-hmm. Everyone's happy that I'm in it, but no one thinks I'm going to win it. Well, I'm going to prove that I can by beating Orton tonight, and then I'll show everyone when I win the WWE World Heavyweight title at the Chamber. Not a bad promo from him.
I agree.
And now we're starting. I know, and now we're starting to have Cesaro talk. He's finally getting some mic time, which means, hey, we're ready to push you.
Which is exciting because I was a little trepidatious that his speaking...
Ooh, $5 word.
Thank you. SAT. I was a little trepidatious that his speaking skills wouldn't be so good, but they were fine. This makes another power up for him. But anyways.
Power up. All right.
Did she say power up?
She said a power up. But she's got the flower ring.
Yeah, it's the flower.
It's the flower ring.
Yeah.
Now he throws fireballs.
Yeah.
All right. Now we got the fatal four-way for the #1 contender spot for the Intercontinental title. Jack Swagger, Mark Henry, Rey Mysterio, and Kofi Kingston. Big E is on commentary. And before we get to the match, I want to talk about commentary. Yeah.
I couldn't even hear it because I was at the live show.
Well, you were at the live show.
Do tell.
You didn't
miss anything.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because they don't let Big E show his personality.
Oh.
Anytime they ask him a question, I felt like they were talking to Kane, to corporate Kane.
No way.
Because it was monotone, and it was like your PR answers. Like, well, all four are very tough contenders, but, whichever one comes out, I'm looking forward to facing them.
Oh, no.
It was like coach speak from the beginning to the end. It was like you're trying to get a controversial quote out of a coach or something about how he really feels, and it was completely just...
And you see his Twitter, and you watch his Instagram. This guy has such a great personality. Yep. He's funny. He's engaging. Let him show it on TV.
And they handicap so many of the guys like that.
I know.
So many of the guys don't get a chance to shine because, I don't know, maybe it's the writers, maybe it's just them wanting them to say exactly what it is they want them to say and how they want them to say it.
Maybe it's just stage fright because they're not used to being commentators. So, that takes skill. Right, Rosie?
Oh, it definitely takes skill to be a commentator. And he's not going there to necessarily be a commentator, but hey, you know what? If you're holding a title, you should be able to talk.
Better learn how to talk.
Like, anyone who holds a title should be able to cut a promo. And Big E can. I'm not saying that he cannot. I've seen his personality on other videos. He can certainly do it. They're just, for some reason, not letting him, or I don't know, maybe on live TV he freezes up. I don't know.
Yeah. It feels like restricted.
Yeah, it's definitely, that's the best word for it. It's definitely restricted. And he needs to just let loose somehow.
Oh. That's a shame.
I remember seeing like a few weeks ago, he was on Main Event with the Usos, and then he started dancing with them. And he was like trying to do like the Carlton dance. I was like, okay, where's this Big E on Raw and SmackDown?
Yeah. On Main Event.
I guess it was on Main Event.
That's where he is. Yeah. He's a star Main Event.
But, well, the lack of energy in his commentary did not affect the energy in this Fatal 4-Way. Because this was non-stop excitement.
Yeah.
This, I mean, like I said, it's been a long time since we've seen a 4-way on TV. But I can't tell you when the last time was one, but this is one I'm going to remember for a while. Because this was excellent from beginning to end. All 4 guys delivered. It looked like early on that Rey Mysterio actually got hurt because it seemed when he went for a move on the outside onto Kofi, he started limping a lot. And then at the very end of the match, you can see him kind of pulling down his knee brace for when he was outside of the ring.
I want to say, like, being in the live show, I was so shocked because I'm not a huge Rey Mysterio fan. He probably got the biggest cheers in the whole audience.
He's from San Diego. He's right by his hometown.
I think the kids love him.
The kids love him.
Absolutely.
Oh, my goodness.
Well, that's why he's still one of the top merchandise sellers from all his masks and stuff from the kids.
Yeah, just the kids. I mean, all the 619 stuff. People don't even know. There are people. A guy asked me, "What is 619?" And I'm like, "Dude, it was the area code for San Diego. You don't know that? You live in Los Angeles. How do you not know that?" Like, there are people who buy merchandise with 619 on it who don't even know. They just like Rey Mysterio. And he's always going to be a top merch guy. He's Hispanic.
He knocks out the Hispanic market.
Yeah, and the kids love him.
Yeah.
They love him because he's not particularly one of my favorites. But I was very surprised, and I guess not so surprised by just how large the crowd got every time he got his chance.
Oh yeah, definitely. And again, this match, Mark Henry looked dominant at times, just clubbing people left and right. Kofi looked great, flying, running off the ring and just doing a flip plancha. It's hard to describe. He just ran and jumped and did stuff.
All the stuff that he does.
All the stuff he does. The Trouble in Paradise has always looked great.
Yeah.
And then Swagger tonight. Good for Swagger.
That was a great ending.
Before we get to the end, the double German on Kofi and Mysterio.
And it made sense because of the order they did.
When was the last time you saw someone German suplex 2 people at once? Angle?
Well, he didn't technically German 2 people.
Well,
he German one guy who was Germaning another guy.
Well, they both flipped over him.
Yeah.
Therefore, Swagger did it to both. Don't spoil it.
That's your reasoning?
Don't spoil it.
Go ahead.
Swagger had the strength of 2 men at that second.
Yeah, something like that.
All right. I believe.
I'll let you have that.
I believe.
It's still real to me, damn it.
But then Swagger locking in the Patriot lock on Kofi. Kofi counters and then goes for Trouble in Paradise, and Swagger caught it into the Patriot lock again, making Kofi literally do like a headstand. Kofi taps out, and Jack Swagger, who hasn't won a match in forever, beat 3 guys at once and is the #1 contender for Big E and the Intercontinental title heading to the Elimination Chamber.
Yep.
Very happy about this.
I'm very excited for this match.
Very happy about this, yes.
Those 2, I think, could have a fun match together.
Should be.
Now, I don't understand why Big E was standing staring at Swagger, and Swagger just kept walking away and did not acknowledge Big E at all.
That was a little weird, but
other than that,
yeah, Big E keeps doing that after when he knows who the next challenger is. It's just a kind of, he stands up at commentary and
just kind of gives a stare.
Just kind of stares at him or menaces, or they need to, something else has got to open up. Like you said, he's still too restricted.
Yeah.
So I'm waiting to see.
But yeah, now we're going to have Swagger and Big E. Maybe that'll be the pre-show match, or maybe it'll be fully on the pay-per-view. I mean, they only got Raw and SmackDown next week to build it up. So
it may be a pre-show match because I have a match that I want to see on the pay-per-view.
Yes, which we will get to.
I'm thinking pre-show.
Yeah, I'm thinking that could probably be the pre-show match, which I would not have a problem with at all. But ladies and gentlemen, I'm afraid I've got some bad news.
This was excellent.
Bad news, Barrett.
It was so good.
How high was that thing?
It was pretty high.
You were there.
It was higher than
you were
the
way up in the
screen.
stands.
Yeah.
I think you could have high-fived him. He was so high.
I would have touched him if I could. But yes, it was very high.
I mean, that thing just kept going higher on the screen, like higher and higher. He had to have been at least 50 feet in the air when it was all said and done.
By the time they finished putting his hashtag BNB, and the letters looked like they were, what, almost 10 feet each?
At least.
Yeah. That tower gets absurdly big every single week. Man, I love it.
I'm kind of curious when and how they're going to bring him back into matches. Because he's doing really well.
That's a fair point.
Yeah.
When's he going to come back to wrestle, and who is he going to feud with?
Because the last time we thought he had a feud, The Miz was shaking the tower of, the Tower of Terror or whatever it is.
And then that just kind of stopped.
Just stopped. Then Miz started coming out and just cutting promos in the middle of other people's matches. But, I don't know who he's going to feud with, but it's got to be something good.
Yeah, I mean, you got to throw him right into... I mean, what would make sense, obviously, kind of jumping forward... Say Big E defends his title against Swagger, Barrett jumps right into something with Big E. I mean, you got to put him right in something meaningful because he's getting booed.
You can't put him against Santino.
Yeah, you can't just throw him in there against Zack Ryder.
Yeah, that's not going to work.
No.
But he is getting entertaining momentum for his Bad News Barrett segments.
Oh, he is.
It's actually very funny.
It is funny because, he mentioned, now, ladies and gentlemen, today is the day that you Americans celebrate Valentine's Day. But I'm afraid I've got some bad news. You see, I can only do the bad news part. I can't do the British accent any other time. Bad news. You see, American women are going to gorge themselves on candy and chocolate, gain several lbs overnight, and in the morning they will look in the mirror and be ashamed at what they see. So happy Valentine's Day, ladies.
And then he says, did they take it out?
And then he started banging the gavel.
On live he goes, so happy Valentine's, ladies, you fat pigs.
Oh, they took that out.
It was so
They took it out of TV.
funny.
That wasn't there.
Fat pigs.
I don't think it was.
Well, speaking of ones, we'll get into the next match in a second. But speaking of ladies, you brought up the fact that, to our dismay, because we watched SmackDown tonight, there was no Divas match. However,
there was definitely a Divas match.
There was a Divas match that was taped but did not make the air. Please elaborate, because this is your in-depth reporting right here. Kaori Takee with the exclusive.
All right, the exclusive. In comes Alicia Fox. All right, Alicia Fox. And then next in comes Eva Marie with her own theme song, struggling down to the ring. And, she what's that when you jump, when you get onto the ropes? She gets onto the ropes, she trips, doesn't work out.
She trips entering the ring.
Coming in?
No, she's in the ring, but she's trying to get onto the ropes, to do the...
the pose.
She's trying to pose.
Yeah.
Oh, she slipped on her pose.
Yeah. So
that's a good start.
Yeah.
And they had a match, and Alicia Fox dominated for a while, then Eva Marie pins her. Clean.
How'd she pin her?
I don't remember, but it was clean. And it was...
How was the match?
Boring, short and boring and shocking and not so shocking. And I'm scared that Eva Marie may be a #1 contender for Divas title sometime in 2014. Because...
That's a bold prediction that I'm afraid that I agree with.
Yeah.
I don't want that at all, but it's going to happen.
I think it might happen. And I don't know, maybe it's because the match wasn't that pleasant that they took it out of the show. The tape.
Well, I mean, it's one of two things. There are either so many mistakes. Now, again, I did not physically see it, so I don't know.
It just wasn't good, honestly. It was obviously, when you're watching wrestling live, the botches are more obvious, and especially with Eva Marie. I'm sorry.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's one of two things. Either there were so many botches that they're like, we can't edit through this, we're not going to do it, or one or two of the matches happen to run longer than they planned, and being that SmackDown's a tape show, they're both like, okay, due to time constraints, we'll just cut this out. Yeah. So who knows what it might have been, but I find it interesting that Eva Marie actually had a match that was supposed to be on SmackDown and did not make the cut.
She did wear a really nice outfit. They upgraded for her onesie to tuesday.
The green? Or was it?
It was like red.
Oh, it was a red one this time.
Yeah. So it was good.
It's got to be
better.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Well, interesting.
So, yes.
All right.
I just want Alicia Fox to get a push at some point.
Yes, please.
There's a lot we want. A lot of women we want pushed.
Rome and I saw her from the second row on Monday night. I proposed.
You did?
He did.
She seemed to just walk away.
She did. I watched.
That's quick.
I don't know whether or not she heard me though. I mean,
she may not have. There were a lot of people there.
Yeah. So I'm taking it as a maybe.
Maybe.
Yeah.
This could be.
So.
Don't hold your breath. You might die.
Yep.
You know, my brother Alicia Fox says yes.
Especially is if she is still with her off-camera boyfriend.
Don't ruin it for me.
Don't ruin it
Don't
for
ruin
you.
it for me.
But I've got some bad
No! No!
Who was her boyfriend a while ago. I know at least a year ago. So I'm not sure if they're still together.
Who was it?
Bad News Barrett.
Oh, right.
That's who Alicia Fox
Wow.
has been with. Well, was
Oreo
with.
babies.
Really?
I just thought of that.
Just
Oh, God.
hashtag
Oreo babies.
Oreo babies.
Tasty.
8-man tag. 8-man tag. The Roses and the Usos versus Rybaxel and the Outlaws.
Yeah.
Fun 8-man tag, too. I mean, we're going from a fun 6-man to a fun fatal 4-way to a fun 8-man tag. A lot of guys getting time early on in SmackDown.
No one is going to have a singles match.
No, yeah. Well, we had to wait over an hour for a singles match. Jimmy Uso looked fantastic in this match. I think Jimmy Uso was the one who carried this match.
Yeah.
He did great. Jay, towards the end of the match, he does the flying Uso, but not over like the middle of the ropes like normally. He flies over the turnbuckle, which means he has to get even higher to go over the post, and nails it.
About the same height, but when you can jump over the top rope and use it to catapult yourself the rest of the way, it's beautiful.
Isn't it?
Yeah, it's so much fun. Don't do it at home. But it's
Don't
fun.
try this at home.
Yeah.
But if you're a trained professional,
Yeah,
it's fun.
You just got to be careful and make sure people catch you.
We had 3 guys to catch him.
Yeah, yeah. With Ryback leading the way, I think I'd take that plan. I'd take that jump. Yeah,
Ryback could probably catch him.
Yeah. He even checked on him right after. I like that.
We were also on Raw yelling at Ryback. We're like, Ryback, we've been asking you to come on AfterBuzz, and he kind of just gave us like this look.
He did?
He gave us this look, and it's like, oh, it's these guys.
He could hear us.
Oh, you could hear everything that we said.
Oh, that's awesome.
We're on the second row, and he's on
Dead
the
center,
corner right in front of us.
Ryback. Did that happen with Cesaro too?
Yep.
Yeah.
I showed you that photo of him. I did not zoom in at all. That was how close we were to
Cesaro
Cesaro.
got closer to us than Ryback did.
Well, like we said,
I
we spent TV time with the Real Americans on Raw.
I might have had to go to jail if I was there.
And maybe that's why you
Yeah, maybe it was a good thing I wasn't
weren't
there.
supposed
Maybe it was a good thing.
Yeah.
That you hung out on the red carpet and then got to see Cesaro from your restraining order distance.
I would have jumped. Yeah, restraining order distance is exactly what it was.
Yeah.
And in the end of the match, Jimmy hits his top rope splash on Road Dogg, and the Usos pin the tag team champions, setting up another match for the Chamber? Question mark?
Possibly.
What did I say when the Outlaws were going to win the titles? It would be the setup.
Why are you speaking like that?
Because I'm happy.
Because he thinks he's predicted something else.
Well, because I said and the Rumble predictions that the Outlaws win the title, so then the Usos could win it to take it from the Outlaws.
I hope that it happens at WrestleMania, though.
I agree with you. Yeah. I don't want it to happen in the Chamber. I want the Usos to get the Mania moment.
Yeah. I want it to happen at Mania.
Well, what they've done over this last year, from I've gone on record saying the lowest guys in the card with Pyro, to just doing 5-star matches.
Yeah.
They deserve the moment.
And they're just a ball of fire in the
They
ring,
really are.
Especially doing the hot tags.
And you were talking about how loud the crowd, you were surprised how loud the crowd was for Mysterio. Probably the most surprising reaction for me when we went to Raw was for the Usos.
Yeah.
The crowd, like for the Uso chant, the crowd went nuts for them.
Yep.
I didn't expect it to be that loud.
I knew it would be loud because they're a hot team. Like I said earlier, they're the Samoan Rockers. That's pretty much what they are.
The Samoan Rockers.
Yeah, and you get excited when you see them. Everything about their matches is exciting. So you want to see them. They got fan favorite written all over them. So let them go out, do their thing, tear the house down as a tag team, and go from there. That's it. So
I don't know if they captured it on the show, and they probably didn't, is when Cody Rhodes and Goldust went into the ring, and then we had the Usos. They shook each other's hands and hugged it out before the match started and when it ended. And I was like, oh, they do that.
Well, they got to be buddies.
Yeah.
Because they're teaming up together.
But they don't show that stuff on.
Not always.
Nope.
Not always. But yeah, I mean, hey, we're all good guys, and we're going against the bad guys. So let's shake hands and work together tonight. Yeah.
But it did feel like they were homies. Off.
It felt like they were homies?
Yes.
You could feel
homies. Rolling with the homies. Absolutely.
Do that one more time?
No. You guys are supposed to be nice to me. It's Valentine's Day.
We have been very nice to you.
Okay.
And our fans will be nice to you as well by going to iTunes.
Where?
And going to iTunes.
Okay. Just making sure.
What do you think I said? Go to your house?
No, I just wanted to
that'd be a little
break
creepy.
that a little bit.
She wanted to break up your rhythm.
Fine, then you do it because you just ruined it.
No, go ahead.
All right, you can go to iTunes and rate and subscribe. Give us 5 stars. And as you know, we do Raw, we do SmackDown, we do Main Event, we do NXT. Total Divas come back soon, as well as any other TV show that you like. More than likely, AfterBuzz does it. You can see the full schedule of shows at AfterBuzzTV.com, as well as our YouTube page as well, where you can look up all the other 99 previous AfterBuzz SmackDowns, and you can leave comments for any one of them you want. And you could tell us what you think of Kaori's fantastic outfit, because she does look stunning this evening for
thank
Valentine's Day.
you.
See, we can be nice to you.
You can.
We can be nice
can.
to you. And, you know, like Wade Barrett said, you know, chocolates would be bad for girls, so that's why we didn't get you anything.
No chocolate.
We listened to Bad News Barrett.
By the way, do you still have that rose allergy? Or
What
anything?
rose allergy?
Or the carnation allergy or the tulip allergy? The one that kept us from...
Making this stuff?
Well, we were thinking of getting you flowers, but we heard
we
something through the grapevine that you were allergic to roses.
Well, I would be allergic to you then.
Well, it's a shirt. It's not real. It's not scratch and sniff.
We were just looking out for your health.
Yeah.
Well, there was.
Making sure.
I like stuffed animals. I actually don't like flowers.
Okay.
So, for the record, stuffed animal.
Okay, members of the
Stuffed Cesaro,
corporation
whatever.
at home, now you know she loves stuffed animals.
Stuffed.
Do
Cesaros.
not, please do not flood
Reigns.
the AfterBuzz studios with
Stuffed animals for Kaori.
Yeah.
Oh, I would love it. You guys would forever be my friend. It's true.
All right. Well, are you friends with Randy Orton?
No.
Okay, because he came on stage or on screen next. Renee Young backstage with him, and she asked him, "Hey, with you know, kind of running this Elimination Chamber gauntlet type deal, do you think you've been treated unfairly?" Orton talks about how, you know, he understands why the challenges have been thrown at him, and it's to make him stronger. And the Authority wants the Viper.
Yes.
So tonight, the Viper is what Cesaro's going to get. Ooh. He's talking smack about your man, Kaori.
What
I ain't
you gonna
worried.
do about it, girl?
I wasn't worried.
She ain't scared. She won't scared at all.
His promos never affect me in any way. Kind of dull. But, you know. Okay, moving on.
Did they show that one live?
No. It's on
'cause
the big screen.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
Yes.
Okay, because I know sometimes on SmackDown, backstage interviews, they don't necessarily always show at the SmackDown tapings. They film them later on. Good to know that you got that one. And then you got a vignette of Alexander Rusev. I'm loving these. I'm loving these more and more.
I'm waiting to see him in the ring.
I can't wait till he's on TV.
Yeah, I'm more about the ring.
Yeah.
Well, I like the build up for it. He won't show up till after the Chamber.
Yeah.
And he'll probably be fed Zack Ryder or Justin Gabriel or 3MB.
Do you think he should get a WrestleMania match?
You know, that's a good question. Would he get a match this quickly? They gave Fandango one that quickly last year. Mm-hmm. But then, let's pull out a crystal ball. Who would he face at WrestleMania? Because I got to make it a legitimate guy.
Yeah. He would have to come out, be a powerhouse,
Right.
and just wreck shop
Yep.
the day after the Chamber.
Yep.
After that,
Or he shows up at the Chamber in the middle of a match and just
Yeah.
decimates
I'm
someone.
trying to
Decimate
think.
somebody.
Kofi? No, I'm just kidding.
No,
that
I mean,
wouldn't be a
Kofi.
fail.
you could say someone like Mark Henry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You could say someone like Big E.
And no,
Not Big E?
No,
Okay.
because whoever, if he does, if
Ryback.
he's lucky enough to get a WrestleMania match, he has to win it.
Ryback?
Oh, true. Well, Ryback's a heel.
Yeah, Ryback's a heel.
yeah.
He's going to be a heel. So I would say Mark Henry.
Mark Henry makes sense.
It's a good one, but I don't know if I want to
And your crystal ball is not very good because you're still teeter-tottering.
I'm still teeter-tottering. I just... Let's
Don't
see the
mad dog
future.
me. All right.
Okay, how about Cesaro?
No.
How about throw Cesaro to Rusev?
No.
No, you don't want that?
Face him.
No.
No?
No, maybe though.
How about Titus? Mm-hmm. Yeah?
Yeah, Ty's good.
No.
I wasn't even looking at my screen in the order, but that was like a beautiful segue, and I didn't even try it.
No, I
See,
don't
I
know
helped
why
you
you
with
keep
that.
calling yourself out for segues. You keep
Because I deserve it.
He's proud of it. He pats himself on the back.
every single time.
My true rosebuds. Now it's got to be hashtag like real rosebuds or hashtag true rosebuds apparently now.
You're going to take away that many more characters.
I have to apparently because some other people like to steal my hashtags. Moving on. I made dirt sheets this week. Damian Sandow versus Darren Young. I was kind of interesting. Hey, Darren Young's out there in a singles match.
How was Titus on commentating?
Hilarious.
Yeah, I imagine.
He's got a match and a funny haircut.
Yeah, he chopped his hair a little bit.
Yeah, it was weird.
And he looked good. I liked how Darren looked.
Titus, well, I mean the match there wasn't really much of a match. Titus on commentary was just freaking gold.
I was listening to Titus.
Well, this whole segment was excellent.
The beginning of it, he hands Michael Cole Tic Tacs.
Happy Valentine's Day. Here goes some Tic Tacs.
I love it. I love it.
And I mean, as soon as I saw this match, though, Sandow and Darren Young and Titus on commentary, my first thought was, oh no, they're gonna have Sandow lose again.
Yeah, I was thinking that.
Not only did he lose again, he lost in under 2 minutes to a roll-up.
Yep.
What happened to Sandow?
That's what I was thinking.
I don't know.
What happened to you cashed in the Money in the Bank and had a tremendous match? You're set for this huge push. Yeah.
I know.
It happens.
I know, but why?
He should go.
Why does it happen to people we don't want it to happen to?
He should go talk to Jack Swagger and figure out how to get out of it.
He has a cool shirt, though.
Yeah, he does.
Oh, the shirt's great.
One of the coolest shirts. But I was more interested in what Titus had to say.
Yeah, I mean, well, the way this match was, it was just all about Titus.
Yep.
And then at the end of the match, Titus clocks Darren Young from behind after he gets the win.
So good.
And he poses, but then Darren Young gets back up, takes him down, starts clubbing him, and literally rips Titus's pants off of him.
Make whatever
Which
jokes
was very
you feel
good.
to do.
Yeah, I'm going to refrain from any type of jokes right now.
Make whatever jokes you people want.
Yeah, I liked it. I saw some Titus bum behind.
You saw some Titus bum.
You were happy.
Oh, extremely.
All right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Bum.
Were you able to see the bum from your seats
Yes.
there?
Oh, are you kidding? Yeah.
Whatever. She was on front row of Titus. Knocking kids out of the way. Just move.
Hold on.
Titus.
He's there with his bum.
I do love the one line Titus gave when they showed the recap of him turning on Darren and breaking up PTP. When he said, "I was looking at him when I did what I did."
They do a good job at being mad at each other and suddenly having this rivalry, and they do a really good job with their promos too. Well, especially like Titus, like he's really good at being a jerk.
He's really good at being a jerk, but he's also really good at being funny.
Yes.
So you can play him either way. Like he could be a face one day.
That's what I was talking about last week. It was like, is he going to be a face? Because I would rather see him as a face because he's hilarious.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, because he's hilarious. I mean, he's good at both.
Yeah.
But it's just like I just find him so funny. I almost like him more as a face. But if this heel character keeps up with this comedy, then I'll be happy.
I like the way that they did this because it felt like it came out of thin air. Like he just got tired of his partner.
731 days.
Yeah, he's like,
he held me down.
Yeah,
he counted.
It was great, and I love the storyline. I love it.
Yeah.
Him and Bad News Barrett, they're doing a good job of being the same type of character, but being two completely different versions.
The same but different.
Yes, very true.
And this match is what we want to see on the pay-per-view. We don't want this to be the pre-show match.
Yeah, this match I want to see.
And I hope
on the pay-per-view.
And I hope they just don't delay it. I hope it's actually on the pay-per-view.
Yeah.
Because we've seen stories like this where it just still gets pushed up and then eventually it's just a Raw match. It's just kind of like a TV feud. No, give this the time. Give them a pay-per-view match.
Give it to them.
They deserve it.
It's February.
You went there.
Give it to them.
You went there.
Yes, I did because I can. I'm qualified.
Yeah, I think if I said it, you would kind of give me an evil eye.
Well, no, I wouldn't.
Okay.
No, not that one.
Oh, well, I appreciate that.
Yeah, see.
All right.
There we go.
Moving on to Fandango versus Miz. I don't know what it was, but there was just something really off with this match.
Because it was all about Emma and Summer Rae. That's how I felt watching it.
It was, but getting to Emma and Summer Rae, there was just something that for some reason wasn't clicking. And I mean, I couldn't really put my finger on whether it was Miz, was Fandango, whether there was a miscue by someone. But
miscue or misspied. It just
something seemed off.
It was good at first, and then something happened with the rhythm. I don't know what it was. Just something went slightly off. Something went askew. You couldn't really figure out what happened because it wasn't like a clear fault of anyone. I don't know if someone missed a cue, like you said, or missed a spot.
They could have just been distracted because there was kind of a lot going on. You know, you have Miz and Fandango in the ring, but then we all know that they're trying to focus, at least from my perspective, they're trying to focus on this Emma Summer Rae thing.
Well, yeah, but we're talking about before Emma and Santino even came out.
Yeah.
Like leading up to it is, you know, like, all right, they're leading to something, but we couldn't figure out what because something seemed off. Like, I don't know, one of them was like, oh, we need to do the figure 4 spot to get Santino's music to play, and someone forgot it, or the ref did something. I mean, I don't know. There's different options, but there was just something that just seemed uncomfortable. And then once Santino and Emma came out, everything was fine.
Everything came right back together.
I kind of agree with you, but I can't pinpoint what it is.
Exactly. It's like, yeah, there was something didn't feel right.
And I think for me, it first initially felt like I was looking at Fandango and thinking I was so excited about him a year ago, and now I'm not so excited about him, which is strange.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'm still excited about him.
No, I am too, but I feel like he's lost the momentum.
Because they haven't put him in a program.
Yeah, they haven't given him anything.
Several weeks ago, when he had that Intercontinental title match with Big E, that was just excellent.
Yeah.
I'm like, build this up. Give them a little feud. Have it go for a month. Have Fandango try to chase the title. And it just kind of dropped it. And then from there, he kind of just kind of fell.
He's a victim of now what is going to be Total Divas. He's a victim of the Summer Rae Emma storyline because now he's caught up in that as opposed to having his own storyline in wrestling.
But shouldn't he start getting a push then? Because he's going to be involved a lot in Total Divas in March since Summer Rae is going to be on it.
It's not March yet.
True.
I'm curious to know if he's finally going to give out his real name because Total Divas Season 1, he'd be like, Fandango, I'm Fandango. That was hilarious.
He's walking around, I'm Fandango.
It's so weird how some of them give out their real names and some they don't.
Yeah.
I don't understand why.
Kayfabe. But I do have to say, I've been wrong about Summer Rae.
Yeah.
I have. Seeing her in person at Monday Night Raw up close.
Outstanding.
She is a lot hotter than I thought she was.
No, she looked gorgeous.
Yeah.
She looks really, really good up close. Yeah.
Didn't look comfortable doing the splits.
No, well, that's because she had.
She has improved a lot, though.
Oh, she's definitely improved on her dancing. Without a doubt. But needless to say, we haven't even talked about how this match actually ended. Santino and Emma come out, and Summer Rae and Emma get into it, which then Santino's just kind of standing there watching.
Ladies, please.
Fandango gets upset, starts to walk over there, grabs Santino. Santino turns while the ref's back is turned, gives Fandango the Cobra, which then Fandango stumbles into the Skull Crusher finale. Miz gets the win.
Yes.
Boom.
Now, this could also be a pre-show pay-per-view match, mixed tag, have Santino and Emma versus Fandango and Summer Rae. That makes sense for a pre-show match.
Yeah.
Give Emma's debut right on the pre-show.
That's a great pre-show match.
Yeah, and this way, the title match is on the pay-per-view, Titus and Darren's on the pay-per-view, everybody's happy. And Santino even gets a pay-per-view payday.
Yay.
Exactly.
He was really nice. I waited at the end by the bushes for some of the wrestlers. I know I'm crazy.
Wait, did you say by the bushes?
Yes.
Were you like hiding?
No. There was like a group of people waiting. Crazy people.
Did you? And so you like shook hands, got any pictures? Or
I did with Santino. He was nice. Eva Marie was nice, but she didn't come close enough. She just stayed in one area, and saw a couple people.
So you were really the only one? The only one that you got like real close to talk with was Santino?
There was Santino was the most. I feel like he was the one that like they were like, all right, Santino, you out there and distract them, and then everyone else kind of went through. But I saw like the Shield members, Daniel Bryan, one of the Bellas leaving with Natty, and Natty turned around and said, "We're doing Brie mode." It was kind of cool. I know, but it was fun. I would do it again if you want to bush hide with me.
You would hang out in the
bush hide.
Yeah.
If you want to hide in bushes with Kaori.
I know it sounds crazy, but it was safe. I mean, the security guards were there, and they're like, "Oh, whatever. These are just
good thing they were."
Yeah. I was actually really waiting for Cesaro. And
yes, which is why I'm happy for restraining orders and security guards.
Because Cesaro main eventing SmackDown one-on-one with Randy Orton. And as, like right before this match begins, we actually get a little highlight of Triple H's weekly interview with Michael Cole. And he brings up how Cesaro is the dark horse in the chamber. And that Cesaro's the one that nobody sees coming. And he has the talent to walk out of the chamber as a WWE World Heavyweight Champion.
Would love it.
Well, look at that. Getting a little plug from Triple H there, from the Mr. COO.
I didn't see that live.
Okay, they didn't show that live. Oh, no, because they usually post those on WWE.com on Wednesdays. That's why I didn't see it.
Well, there you go.
Yep.
Got a little bit of the rub.
Yes, he did. Cesaro, I was kind of curious at first how these two would work together, because we've never really seen the two of them work together very much. I mean, they might have wrestled once upon a time, but nothing to this magnitude. And they worked very well together. Some great sequences. Cesaro swung Orton. I counted 16 times, which, hey, you're swinging a WWE World Heavyweight Champion. That's a nice rub right there in itself.
You better swing him.
You better swing him good. And then, like, he goes for the neutralizer, and Orton counters it with a back body drop, and Cesaro, all like 6'3", 6'4", Cesaro lands on his feet from the back body drop, and then it goes into a beautiful sequence into Orton's power slam, which is just excellent. Loved it. Great. I mean, they went just back and forth, and you got to give Orton credit for a 30-minute match with Cena on Monday night and a 20-plus minute match on Tuesday night with Cesaro.
True.
Yep.
I mean, kudos to Orton.
That's what the champ is supposed to do.
And Cesaro, from what I felt kind of out of nowhere, nails a discus uppercut and then locks in the neutralizer, hits it, and Antonio Cesaro pins...
Cesaro.
I'm sorry, Cesaro... pins Randy Orton in the middle of the ring clean. No interference from Zeb. No weapons used. He pinned the champion. And Kaori, I couldn't imagine how she went, how she acted.
That was the moment I lost my voice. It was amazing.
You lost your voice.
I did. Yeah, and they have a Cesaro.
You probably lost a few
too.
more things for all we know.
Oh my gosh.
Plumbing leak on the upper deck.
I mean, this was...
What?
It was the best.
PG.
I think it was the best SmackDown show I could have been to.
Well, you couldn't have asked for a better ending for
Exactly.
your, not only SmackDown, but your first WWE live event.
It was my first one, yeah.
And you have your man in the main event pinning the champion.
Clean and pulling all his moves. And I gotta say, I know in the previous SmackDown after shows, I've mentioned that I'm kind of getting tired of his swing, but I can totally understand why they keep doing it, because live it is amazing. And
The crowd kind of
Oh my
along.
gosh, yeah.
If the crowd gets completely involved in that.
Oh yes.
Yeah. All right. So I would ask Corey what she thought match of the night was, but I think we know the answer.
Yes. It's true.
Rome, what was your match of the night?
Oh, that's not what she's going to say?
I thought she was going to say Miss Fandango.
Oh, yeah.
Cesaro.
Or even Maria Alicia Fox.
You know,
Cesaro.
I think I'm actually going with the Usos.
How dare
You're going to go with the 8-man tag.
I think I'm going with the
What?
Usos.
Well, here's the thing. There were literally
There was so
4
many
matches tonight that you could make any argument for match of the night. The Cesaro match, the 8-man tag, the 6-man tag, and I'm personally going with the 4-way. I
Okay.
love the Fatal
And it was a
4-way
So we all
match.
defer.
But all matches deserve it.
But don't you...
we watched Orton and Cena go the night before.
But see, the element of surprise. Who would have thought that Cesaro would have beaten Orton?
I did not expect that to happen. I didn't expect Swagger to become.
I did. I'm raising my hand.
I didn't expect Swagger to win the Intercontinental #1 contender match. I didn't expect him to
That
win
was
that
great
4-way.
too. That was awesome too. Yeah.
That was unexpected. I did expect Cesaro to win
I was so happy for him. I almost
because
cried.
Orton is going to go on a losing streak until he wins at the Chamber. Yes, I just gave my prediction.
Oh well, next week we'll give all of
Oh
our
my
predictions.
gosh, it's predictions week next week.
Next week's predictions week.
Oh dear.
Oh dear,
I'm calling
indeed.
it. Orton's winning at the Chamber.
I think I'm
All
gonna,
right, we just had the prediction music now for you claiming that.
I'm gonna get it back
You're gonna get what
for
back?
you guys.
Get what back?
Predictions belt.
Oh, you're gonna get it back for us?
Yeah.
We still got a whole week to think of our predictions.
Well, I don't need a week. I'm telling you right now.
So you know all the
Elimination Chamber,
matches.
Randy Orton.
All right.
Now, I'm just giving you the match that the pay-per-view is named after, the Elimination Chamber. Orton will win.
Okay.
All right. Well, we got another week for us to think about it.
And for you to change your mind.
Yeah, you can still change your mind. We will allow it if you choose to.
Yeah.
All right.
Orton.
So I can say Cesaro until I change my mind.
Viper.
Next week. All right.
All right, so that is concluding our 100th AfterBuzz SmackDown and our Valentine's Day SmackDown. And Kaori, like we said, you looked fantastic.
Thank
you got the heart.
you.
You brought us lovely gifts.
I hope you eat them.
Oh, we will eat them just as much as you're going to eat these chocolates that Rome is pulling out for you right now.
You did bring chocolates.
We brought you chocolates.
For both of us.
That's from both of us.
That's both of us.
We
right
did
there.
so well hiding that.
She had no idea.
We did a great job hiding that.
See, these are why I am with the best team on AfterBuzz.
Oh,
yeah.
well, you're too sweet. Well, Kaori, how can other people try to tweet you Valentine's?
You can tweet me at KAORIOUS. Kaorius. Yeah.
She's excited.
She's very excited. We gave her chocolate. Barrett's not happy.
Yeah, no.
I won't get that. I have fast metabolism. Asian pride.
Hey, all right.
That's true.
Rome, how can people reach out to you?
Rome the Ruler on Twitter. Look for me.
All right. And as always, the real Rosebuds. You can follow me on Twitter at CRosieVOC. This Sunday in Indio, California, Alpha Omega Wrestling Tag Wars, a tag team gauntlet match. I will be there, and I'm furious that the stepdaddy Roscoe Tucker did not book JJ Steele. He was afraid you were going to win Tag Wars by yourself.
They're trying to hold me back.
Well, I'm gonna stick up for you this Sunday. Don't you worry. I will. And yeah, if you want to hear all about that, feel free to tweet us. Thanks for tuning in this week for our 100th episode. For Kaori, Takee, and Rome Moore, I'm Christian Rosenberg. We will see you next week.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later!
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.
Thank you for watching AfterBuzz TV on YouTube. For more of your favorite after shows and interviews, subscribe to our channel here, and be sure to share your opinion on the episode in the comment section below here. We'd love to see what you guys are buzzing about. Thanks again. Buzz you later.